Hello everyone, welcome back. First of all, I want to wish all of you a very happy new year. If you are appearing for 24 exam, this is going to be a very important year for you. So all the best for 2024. In our CSAT series, in last video, we have looked at some percentages problems. Now, this video, I'm going to continue that series, and then I think that in the next video, we would have covered all types of percentages questions and we can do the PYQs. So let us start with the first question. Now some of these questions are easy, some of them are introducing new concepts or may have a difficult calculation. So I have selected variety of questions, so please watch this video until end. A number is decreased by 10% and then increased by 10%. The number so obtained is 10 less than the original number. What was the original number? Now this is a simple question. So it says that a number was first decreased, so let us assume that the number was 100. It was decreased by 10%, so it becomes 90, and then it was increased by 10%, so 90 was then again increased by 10%. So 10% of 90 is 9, so it becomes 90 plus 9, 99, right? The original number was 100 and now it has become 99. So the number so obtained is 10 less than the original number. So if the number was 100, right, so it is 1 less, right? 99 is 1 less than 100, but the real difference is 10. So obviously we have to multiply this by 10 and then this also by 10. So this becomes 1000, this becomes 990. They have asked the original number, your answer is 1000. We decrease 1000 by 10%, it becomes 900. Increase 900 by 10%, it becomes 990. Difference between this and this is 10. So that's your answer. Very simple question, but helpful for understanding the concept of decrease and increase. Let us move to the next question. If the price of sugar rises from rupees 6 per kg to rupees 7.5 per kg, a person to have no increase in his expenditure on sugar will have to reduce his consumption of sugar by what percentage? Okay, so understand the question first. So the rate of the sugar is 6 per kg, right? And now it is increased to 7.5 per kg. You want to keep the expenditure same. You don't want, despite of this increase, you don't want this expenditure to increase. So you have to obviously reduce the consumption. Now because we have asked reduction in consumption is 100, let us assume that the original consumption was 100 and we will find the new consumption. So that person ended up spending 600 rupees, right? If this was a consumption, 100 kg ka consumption, this 600 rupees. Now you want to keep the consumption same. So with this rate, it will be 600 divided by 7.5, which is, let us multiply both by 2. So this becomes 1200 divided by 15. So this is 80, right? So this is 80 kg. So to keep the expenditure same, the consumption has to become from 100 to 80. That means reduction of 20%. That's our answer, option number B. Right? Very simple question again, helpful for understanding the concept. The answer is B. Let us move to the next one. The ratio of earnings of A and B is 4:5. So as my habit is, I'll start writing 4:5. The earnings of A is increased by 20%. I have explained in one of my last videos problem that if you have to increase by 20%, right, then you have to multiply by 1.2. I'll multiply 4 by 1.2, it becomes 4.8. And earnings of B decrease by 20%. So to decrease by 20%, you have to multiply by 0.8. So if I multiply 5 by 0.8, I get 4. Let us say their earnings were 5x and 4x. Now they become 4.8x and 4x. The new ratio of their earnings becomes 6:5. So actually this as to this is equal to 6:5. What are A's earnings? Now nowhere we have been given either the original earnings or the total of the earnings or the old earnings or the new earnings for either A or B or total, right? We have been given only ratios. So it is impossible. So if you simplify this, you can see this, that this ratio, it becomes 1.2x. If I divide by 4, 1.2x as to 1, I mean 1x is equal to 6 as to 5, right? So obviously, you know, if you do cross multiplication, 6 ones are 6 and 5 into 1.2 is also 6. So we are getting nowhere because we do not have any absolute value anywhere in this problem. So the answer to this question cannot be determined. And number D, that's your answer. You will not be able to find what are A is earning because there can be multiple combinations, multiple options which are possible as a right answer, right? Anything in this ratio will be a right answer. So, you know, there can be many solutions. Unless they give us a specific number, we won't be able to find any solution. Let us move to the next question. Okay, so this is interesting. So please pay attention. In an election, only two candidates contested. 20% of the voters did not vote and 120 votes were declared as invalid. तो 20% वोटर्स ने वोट ही नहीं किया और जितने वोट किए उसमें से 120 वोट्स को इनवैलिड करार दिया गया. The winner got 200 votes more than his opponent. So the winner won the seat by 200 votes. And thus he secured 41% votes of the total voters on the voter list. So whatever total voter list was there, the winner secured 41% of the votes, which were 200 more than the loser. The percentage votes of the defeated candidates out of the total votes cast is. Now this is important. We have been asked the percentage with respect to the total votes cast, right? Not total number of the voters on the voter list. So let us break it down, you know, one by one. 20% of the voters did not vote. So let us, instead of, you know, considering 100, because, you know, we will consider 100x as total number of voters on the list. Why I'm taking 100x? Because I have been given you know, percentages everywhere. It will be very easy for me to calculate the percentage if I take this value as 100x. Why x? Because, you know, it is certainly not 100, because the difference between winner and loser is you know, 200, right? So I'm considering this for the simplicity of calculation. I'm considering the total number of voters on the voter list as 100x. Now 20% of the voters did not vote. That means 20x voters did not vote. That means 80x voters voted. Okay. So this is total number of votes cast. कितने वोट कास्ट हुए? 80x वोट कास्ट हुए 100x में से. 120 votes were declared as invalid. अब जो 80x था, राइट, में से 120 votes were declared as invalid. So this is valid number of votes. Now that is equal to winner's votes plus loser's votes. 80x minus 120 is equal to winner's votes plus loser's votes. The winner got 200 votes more than his opponent. So winner is equal to loser plus 200 votes. Right, I'm just writing the things which are given in the problem. I'm not doing anything, you know, calculation as yet. And thus he secured 41%. So this L plus 200 or W is equal to 41% of the total voters on the voter list. So this is the total voters on the voter list. Iska 41%. So that is 41x. Right, 41% of 100x is 41x. So W is winner votes is equal to loser votes plus 200, which is also equal to 41x. Right, so much of information we got. The percentage of votes of the defeated candidate out of total votes अपने को निकालना है. Right, I am going to say that I'm going to take this value and this value, right, and this value, and I'm going to equate that. So I'm going to say winner plus loser is equal to 80x minus 120, correct? That is equal to 41x plus L कितना है? L is equal to 41x minus 200 है, is equal to 80x minus 120. Now when I solve this, I get 82x minus 80x, that is 2x, is equal to 200 minus 180, 80. So x is equal to 40. I got the value of x. That means 100x is equal to 40 into 100, 4000. These are the total number of the voters on the voter list. That number I got. Now I have been asked that percentage votes of the defeated candidate. So I want to calculate the votes of the defeated candidate. So defeated candidates votes are equal to winner minus 200. Winner's votes are 41x. So winner is equal to 41x. That is equal to 41 into 40 minus 200 is equal to loser. I mean loser is equal to कितना हुआ 41 into 40 is 4 minus 200, that is 1440. These are the votes for the losing candidate. Now I've been asked the percentage of this with respect to total votes casted. Total number of votes casted कितना है 80x. 80 into 40 is 3200. 3200 are total votes casted. Loser votes are 1440. So I need to just find the percentage, which is 1440 divided by 3200 into 100. That is equal to 32 is 4, 120 and 128 and 5 will be 45. That's your answer, option number D. Okay, so in this you need to really understand what is given and what is broken. I would call this as a complicated question because you need to really understand what value has been given and what is its relation with the other value, and use all the information given in the problem to find the percentage required. This is one of the good questions that we are. Let us move to the next question. If the numerator of a fraction is increased by 150% and the denominator of the fraction is increased by 350%, the resultant fraction is 25 by 51. What is the original fraction? So original fraction, let us assume, is x by y. Now the numerator is increased by 150%. So 150% of x is obviously 1.5x, but it is increased by 1.5x. That means the new value is x plus 1.5x, and denominator is increased by 350%. So that is y plus 3.5y. Or we have been given the value of this as 25 by 51. We have been asked the value of x by y. It's simple. 1.5x by plus x is 2.5x. This is 4.5y is equal to 25 by 51. So x by y is equal to 25 by 51 multiplied by 4.5, or let us say 45 by 25. So 25 I can cancel, and I can see that 15 we say divide करके it becomes 15, and this is 17. This comes as 15 by 17. Your answer, option number B. Okay, one of the simpler question. Just wanted to explain you the concept of 150%, 350%, and it is increased by that amount. Okay, it is not because 150% is the larger number than the original number. You may tend to think that this fraction is actually 1.5x by 3.5y. It is not. Okay, so understand this point very clearly. Only for this point I have added this question. Let us move to the next one. What percent decrease in salaries would exactly cancel out the 20% increase? Is very simple. So original salary is 100, increase salary is 120. Now we have to find the reduction of 20, bring it back to 100. So 20 is what percent of 120, right? So 120 x percent is equal to 20. This is x is equal to 20 into 100. I am not going to make it complicated. I will keep it simple. 100 by 6, which is 16, is 96, plus 4 by 6 is 2 by 3. That is 16 plus 2 by 3. That's our answer. See, one of the things that is different in CSAT than SSC or other government exams is that the questions are always concept oriented. Okay, you generally won't get a complicated calculation question, although I have included a couple of such questions in this video. But in general, it is found historically that in CSAT the calculations are not complicated, but the questions are tricky. The questions need conceptual understanding of the topic, and the questions actually demand some critical analysis and the problem solving techniques. Okay, as long as you have mastered those, the calculation will not trouble you a lot. So you may find multiple reels and multiple Instagram feeds talking about shortcut, how to do it quickly. Good if you are very good at maths and are interested. No harm in remembering those properties of the numbers which will help you to do the calculation faster, but CSAT does not really warrant it. Okay, it is not going to add much value to you if you are not focusing on clearing your concepts. So focus on concepts rather than on shortcuts. If you look at the 23 paper, you will clearly understand that none of the formula, none of the shortcuts were helpful. Only if you had a conceptual understanding, you could have passed the CSAT in 2023. We can expect similar thing going forward, right? So my earnest request is to focus on the concept. Let us move to the next question. In a city, 35% of the population is composed of migrants. 35% are migrants. 20% of whom are from rural areas. Of the local population, 48% is female, while the figure for rural and urban migrants is 30 and 40% respectively. Means rural and urban migrants may 30% and 40% are females. If the total population of the city is 7,28,400, what is its female population? So we have to simply break this number and find the female population in the city. You have two choices to solve this question. You can obviously say that 35% of the population is migrants. So you can find 35% of 728,400, right, and say that that is migrant. And then everywhere you have to break this number further, which is going to be a very long calculation. So I want to, as I've been advising you right from my first video, don't calculate at every step, right? Take the numbers as they are and calculate everything in one shot in the last step. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I am going to assume that this number is, because it is population, let us say P, right? So I am going to say that migrant population is 35% of P, that is migrant population. 20% of whom are from the rural areas. So rural migrants is equal to 20% of this number, which is 35p by 100 into 20 by 100, right? इसको मैं 1/5 कर देता हूँ. Of the local population, now local population So if 35p by 100, 35% is migrant, that means local is 65p by 100, right? 65% of this number is local population, that is 65p by 100. Of the local population, 48% is female. So now we got, let me start writing female here. So local कितना female है? 65p by 100 into 48 by 100, right? While this figure for rural and urban migrants. Now rural migrants are this much, 20%. So urban migrants is 80% of this number. So 35p by 100 into 80 by 100. Okay, let me leave it as 20 by 100. You'll be able to cancel it out later. 80 by 100, 20 by 100. So this is urban migrants. Now what is said? This is rural and urban. Female population of rural and urban migrants is 30% and 40%. So female migrants rural, right? These are total rural migrants. So that is 35p into 20 divided by 100 into 100 into 30 by 100, right? And female urban, migrant and urban is equal to, this is, this is urban migrants is 35p into 80 divided by 100 into 100 into 40 by 100, right? Now we have been asked what is the total female population. So we have to add these three numbers by putting value of p, right? So now if I see everywhere, so basically I have to do this plus this plus this. Okay, so now look at this entire thing. I can see that this 100 100 100 100 100 100 is common, p is common. Let me take p divided by 100 into 100 as common. Okay, and then leave inside 65 into 48 plus 35 into 20 into 30 divided by 100 plus 35 into 80 into 40 divided by 100. So this gets cancelled, this gets cancelled, right? Now I can see that there is 65 35 35. So I can pull 5 common out of this, and then everywhere I can see 2, 48 and 8 and 4. So I can take 2 common, right? So let me take p into 5 into 2 as common and 100 into 100 inside 65, not 65, 13 into 24 plus 7 into 3 plus 7 into 4 into 4. That's it. So let me come back here now, done it properly, sorry for that. So let us simplify this now. This is 510 and let me remove in here p into 1000. Okay, now this is 13 into 24, 312 plus 21 plus 2. Okay, now this is 300, 424, 425 plus 20, 445. P is what? P is 7,28,400. So it is divided by 1000. These two I will cancel with these two. I will write 7284 divided by 10 into, that's it. So this is 5, this is 8, 9, and this is 2, 3, 6, 4, 3642 into 89. If you do this multiplication, you will get 324138, and that's your, okay. I hope you understood this? Sorry, this looks little clumsy on the board. I don't think that you will get such kind of question, right? But see, what happened in 23 paper is that, look at that. mm, Look at those couple of problems. One of that was, how many combination a batsman can score certain number of runs of 1, 4, and 6, right? And that was a very lengthy process to find that number. So this UPSC is not shying away by putting couple of questions like that, but then generally, the calculation are not this complex. But I hope you understood this question and its answer. Let us move to the next question. In a class of 80 students and 5 teachers, so 80 students and 5 teachers, each student got sweets that are 15% of the total number of students. Now 15% of 80 is 12. 15% of 80 is 12. And each teacher got sweets that are 25% of the total number of students. 25% is 1/4. 1/4 of 80 is 20. Right? This is sweets. These are total number of. So what are the total number of sweets? Simple. 12, 8, 9, 60 and 100. 10, 6. Your answer option A. Simple question. Let us move to the next one. The shopkeeper's earning increases by 25% in the first year but decreases by 4% in the next year and so on. So 25% increase, 4% decrease. That's how it is going on for 5 years. So after 5 years, his total earnings would be 72,000. What is his present earning? So let us say the present earning is X. Now next year it would become 1.25 X because it is increase of, this is first year. Increase of 25%, as I explained, you have to multiply by 1.25. Now in the second year, what would happen? Decrease by 4%. That means you have to multiply it by 0.96. Then third year, again increase by, on this whole earning, it is increased by 1.25. Okay. Where it is in second year, this earning is decreased by 4%. So remember that. It is not only X, but previous year's earning is increased by 25% or decreased by 4%. So this is first, second, third. In fourth and fifth, what would happen? It will get reduced by 4% and increase by 5%. Now this amount has been given as 72,000. You have to find the value of X. Okay. I think you should not expect this. I think this is SSC type of question, but let me explain it to you. 1.25 into 1.25 into 1.25, 0.96. I am thinking of some short way of doing it. Let me see, these are 5 numbers. So I have to remove all the points. So what I will do is I will write it as, multiply by 10 zeros. I mean 10 raised to 10 and remove all those points, right? So 125 into 125. Now I have 125 into 125 into 125, 96 to 90. Okay. Now I know that 125 8 is a 1000. Okay, no. Before that I can see that there is a factor here. So 24 4 is a 24 3 is a. Okay. Now I can see that 125 8 is 1000. So this is 24 times. 3000 is 24 times of 124. Right? And 4. Right? So now I have 10 raised to 10 divided by 124 4 is 500 into, right? I remove these 4 zeros, make it 10 raised to 6 divided by 25. So 10 raised to 6 is 1000 into 1000 divided by 25. So I know that this is 40,000. right? 25, 4 and 40,000. So that's your answer, option number A. Okay, very simple question, but we need to understand that this basic equation, how it should be framed. Let us move to the next one. When the price of the rice decreases by 10%, a girl could buy 1 kg more for rupees 270 than the original price of the rice per kg is. See, the girl has 270 rupees. I'll solve it in, I think, two different ways. Okay, one is the shortcut, one is the proper algebra. So the girl has 270 rupees. The price decreases by 10%. So whatever rice she was able to buy in 270 rupees, now she can get in 243 rupees. How? Because 10% of 270 is 27 rupees, right? That she would be able to save, and whatever rice she was buying in this, she'll be able to buy 270 minus 27, 243 rupees, right? Within 243 rupees. So she is left with 27 rupees in hand, but she is able to buy 1 kg more. So 1 kg more with remaining money she is able to buy, right? Because she is spending entire 270 rupees. That means this 27 rupees is equal to 1 kg, right? This 27 rupees is equal to 1 kg. The new rate of the rice is 27 rupees per kg, which is after reduction of 10%. So the original rate is 30 rupees, right? Why dividing by 0.9 is because now you are calculating in the other way around, right? So you already know the reduce rate. You have to find the original value, which is reduced to this value after 10% reduction. That's why you have to divide by 0.9. I mean, it is like, let us say x, and 90% of x to 20. So x is equal to 27 into 90. That's your answer, rupees 30. Now let me solve it in a different way, by algebra way. The price of rice was say x rupees, then it became 0.9x. Girl could buy, she has 270 rupees. So in 270 rupees, this is the rate. The quantity she'll be able to buy is 270 divided by x. With the new rate, she will be able to buy 270 divided by 0.98. Now we know that this quantity is one higher than original quantity. So 270 divided by x plus 1 is equal to 270 divided by 0.9. We have to solve this for x. Let me solve this for x. So let me write this one as 270 by 270. So what I'm going to do is, for those of you who are not writing the steps here, this I'm going to cancel out. Okay, so it gives me 1 by x plus 1 by 270, that is 270 plus x, cancel this x, 20 plus, so this gives me 900 is equal to 300 minus 2, the same answer, 30. Okay, so this is the algebra method, but earlier method is short. You understand the concept. Here also same thing. If the price of rice increases by 25%, a man is able to purchase 5 kg less rice for 500. Find the original price. So let us say the price was 100, it became 125. He had 500 rupees. So he was able to buy 4 kg here. Sorry, 5 kilos here. Now he will be able to buy 4 kilos here. So this is the difference of 1 kilo. But in reality, this difference is equal to 5 kilo. So if the rate was 100 and 125, in 500 rupees, the difference is 1 kilo, but the real difference is 5 kilo. That means you have to divide both these numbers by 5. So this gets 20, this becomes 20. And because they have asked the original price is 20. That's your answer, option number A. Okay. But for this, you need to understand, how the quantity is varying and the percentages are changing. If you're not clear about this, then you can again follow the same method. You can say that the original price was X and the new price is 1.2x. So he had 500 rupees. So he was able to buy this much of quantity, right? And we know that this value is 5 less than this value. I'm going to write this in equation form. 505 is equal to 500. Now let me come here. So this is 500 minus 500. 0.25x is equal to 5. To take 500 common, 1 by x minus 1 equal to 5. So this is 1.25x minus x is 0.25x. Divided by 1.25x here. I cancel this, then also 500. 5x is equal to 100. So x is getting the same answer with algebra also. That's the way to solve it. If you don't feel confident that you are doing the right thing by this. Yeah, this is certainly little longer, but you will have a confidence. Let us move to the next one. In a factory, there are three types of machine, M1, M2, M3, which produce 25, 35 and 40% of the total product. So there are three machines. This produces 25%, this 35% and 40%. Let us say the total production is 100 only. Okay, so these are the actual quantities. M1, M2, M3 produces 2%, 4% and 5% defective products. So whatever M1 produces, 2% of that is defective. So 25 ka 2% is 0.5, right? You have to just multiply and divide by 100. So 25 into 2 is 50 divided by 100 is 0.5. Similarly, 4% of 35 is 1.4. 35 into 4 is 140. 1.4 and this is 2. Okay, so out of this production, these many quantities are defective. What is the percentage of the non-defective products? So because we have considered the quantity of 100, we have to only subtract this number, the total of this number from 100. So this plus this gives us 2 plus 1, 3.9. And if you remove 3.9 from 100, you get 9. And number C. Okay, simple one. Let us move to the next one. In a college, number of boys is 75% of the number of girls. The difference between boys and girls is 35. So let us say these are boys and these are girls. Number of boys is 75% of number of girls. So number of girls, let us say x, and this is 0.75x. The difference between boys and girls is 35. Okay, so the difference is equal to x minus 0.75x is 0.25x is equal to 35. So x is equal to 35 divided by 0.20. 140. So what is x? X is number of girls. So number of boys is 0.75x. So 0.75 multiplied by 140, or 75% of 140 gives us 105, and that is number of boys. Now it says that on a particular day 20% of boys were absent, then find the number of boys who were present. So 80% of boys were present, so I have to just find 80% of 105. Gives me that's option number B. Okay, the simple question. Let us move to the next one. A shopkeeper charges sales tax of X% up to rupees 2000. तो 2000 रुपए तक वो X% चार्ज करता है टैक्स. Above it he charges Y%. Whatever amount after that he charges Y%. Customer pays total tax of 320 when he purchases goods worth 6000, and he pays the total tax of rupees 680 for the goods worth rupees 12,000. The value of X minus Y is. What is the tax up to 2000? X%. So X% of 2000 plus his purchase was 6000. So up to 2000 he has paid the tax. So he has to pay the Y% on remaining amount, which is 4000. So remaining amount is 4000. This amount is given as 320. Correct? So this is so we get 20x plus 40y equal to 3. There is another thing. Total tax of 680 for a goods worth rupees 12,000. So here also we will get 20x. Here instead of 40y we will get, because rest of the he has already paid tax on first 2000. Remaining amount is 10,000. We will get 100y is equal to 6. Right, now you have to only find x and y. So anyway, luckily we have this and this common, so we will subtract smaller equation from the bigger equation. So 100y minus 40y is equal to 60y. 680 minus 320 is equal to 3. Y is equal to 6. If y is equal to 6, then I am putting y is equal to 6 here. So I get 20x plus 6, 240 is equal to 320. 320 minus 240 is 80. 80 divided by 20 is 4. So x is equal to, I get x is equal to 4. I have been asked x minus y, which is 4 minus 6. My answer option number B. Right? So algebra plus percentage. Now I think this is the last question for this video. A house owner wants to get his house painted. He's told that this would require 45 kg of paint, allowing 6% wastage. So he will need 45 kilos after wastage is gone. So the total amount of paint that would need is 6% means 0.94. So we have to, this much amount he will need. Yeah, this much amount he will need for painting. If the paint is available in 4 kg tins, the number of tins required for painting the house. So basically, if he needs 45 divided by 0.94, then it is this much of amount of kg, right? And the tins are 4 kg tins. So how many tins? I have to divide this by 4, right? I'm going to do this. 94, 94 ones are 94. I get 18, 185, 94 ones are 94. I'll get 11 point something, right? Tens. I don't have to calculate the whole thing because my options are not in decimals. They cannot be because these are the closed dabbas, right? The tens. I need 11 plus something 10. That means I need 12 tens. My answer option for A. Okay, so that's about percentages. If I am able to find some other variety which you have still not covered, I will cover it in the next video. If I am not able to get such questions which are worthy of your understanding and attention, this after these two videos, then I will straight away do a video on PYQ and finish it off, and then we move to the next question. So my earnest request is that if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. We are bringing exceptional videos on both CSAT and geography. Geography videos are animated. They will clarify your concepts like never before. So please subscribe to our channel and keep on watching. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you in the next one.